Władysław I of Płock was a Polish prince, member of the House of Piast from the Masovian branch. He was a Duke of Płock, Rawa Mazowiecka, Gostynin, Sochaczew, Belz, Płońsk, Zawkrze and Wizna during 1426 to 1434 jointly with his brothers. After the division of the paternal inheritance between him and his brothers in 1434, sole ruler over Płock, Płońsk, Wizna and Zawkrze. In 1442 he reunited all the patrimony. He was the fifth son of Siemowit IV, Duke of Masovia, and Alexandra of Lithuania, daughter of Algirdas. His first appearance took place in March 1424, when along with his brothers Siemowit V, Casimir II and Trojan II, Władysław I attended the wedding and coronation of King Władysław II, Jagiello's third wife, Sophia of Halszany. 2 years later, on the 21st of January 1426, after the death of their father, Władysław I and his brothers inherited his lands, not wanting to further weaken the positions and domains with subsequent divisions. They decided to co-rule all the paternal inheritance. 18 months later, on the 8th of September, Władysław I and his brothers Siemowit V and Trojan II paid homage to the Polish king at St. Denis. In 1431, as Polish vassals, Władysław I and his brothers take part in the campaign in Volhynia against Witryga, although he didn't play a greater part on it, for unknown reasons. In 1433, Władysław I quarreled with his brothers and strongly objected the pro-Polish policy in the war against the Teutonic Order, probably as a manifestation of hostility against Poland. Władysław I didn't attend the coronation of King Władysław III in July 1434 at Kraków. On the 31st of August 1434, the sons of Siemowit IV finally decided to end the co-rulership and made the formal territorial division. Władysław I received the districts of Płock, Płońsk, Wizna and Zawkrze. On the 31st of December 1435, he signed the Peace of Brześć-Kujawski. At the end of the 1430s, Władysław I once again changed his policy towards Poland and approached to the first person in the kingdom, Zbigniew Olesnicki, Bishop of Kraków, as a gesture of his friendly relationship with Poland. Władysław I and his brother Siemowit V attended the Confederation of Nowy Korczyn on the 20th of April 1438, where the princes strongly supported the political line of the bishop. On the 25th of April, Władysław I and his nephew Bolesław I of Warsaw agreed to support the Polish against the Hussite confederates led by Spitek of Melston. The alliance formed in Nowy Korczyn between Władysław I and Bolesław IV soon resulted in a common eastern policy. Using the chaos reigned in Lithuania after the death of Sigismund Kęstutytus in 1440, they intervened and took the district of Podlachia, who once belonged to Janusy of Warsaw. The military operation began on the borders of Władysław I's domains. However, he carefully left the attack to Bolesław IV. As a result, Władysław I managed to take only Bielsk Podlaski. The reluctance of Władysław I to a direct intervention in the war was revealed in 1444, when he didn't send auxiliary troops to Bolesław IV. 2 years before the deaths in a short period of time of his brothers Siemowit V and Casimir II caused that Władysław I reunited almost all their paternal domains. The acquisition of nearly half of the old Duchy of Masovia enabled Władysław I to pursue a more flexible policy. Władysław I's relations with Lithuania remained ambiguous, especially after Prince Casimir, younger brother of King Władysław III, became the new Grand Duke in 1440. At that moment the Masovian rulers strongly supported Michael Zygomentitus, the son of Sigismund Kęstutytus, who was not only favorably accepted in the courts of Płock and Warsaw but also married with Władysław I's youngest sister, Catherine. The support given to the rival of Casimir IV when he was the Grand Duke of Lithuania proved to be dangerous after he also became King of Poland in 1447. In 1448, the new king wanted to annex Belz, who was inherited by Władysław I after the death of his brother Casimir II. Only thanks to the intervention of King Frederick IV of Germany, Casimir IV renounced to his attempts. Under the terms of the agreement, Władysław I remained in the possession of Belz, and in return he stopped to support Michael Zygomentitus in his fight for the Lithuanian throne. Finally, in 1450 was made a complete agreement with the Kingdom of Poland, which was manifested when Władysław I, as a Polish vassal, sent his troops to an expedition to Moldova. However, during the rest of his life Władysław I remained unfavorably oriented with respect to Poland. For example, he remained neutral after the outbreak of the 13 Years' War against the Teutonic Order, in which he tried to play the role of mediator. Władysław I died on the night of 11 to 12 December 1455 in his palace at Niedzwica near Sochaczew. The cause of his death was probably the hereditary disease who affected the Masovian dukes, tuberculosis. He was buried at Płock Cathedral. Marriage and issue. In 1444 Władysław I married with Anna, a daughter of Duke Conrad V of Olesnica. They had two sons, Siemowit IV. Władysław II. Because his sons are minors at the time of his death, the regency was taken by the mother and pa Algirdas, Bishop of Płock. In addition, Anna received the district of Sochaczew as her oprawa dower until 1476, when the land was annexed to the Kingdom of Poland and she received in exchange the towns of Kolo and Mszczona.